This is the corner of Glenrose and Ventura. Going north on Glenrose. The entire block is gone. Everything is gone. Eaton Fires, Altadena, California.
Is that a thing? No, that's not a thing. What is that right there on the left?
It's like a Jeep.
Oh, I thought it was a thing.
Gas company still has the gas going, so you get random little flames like that coming through gas pipes. Probably helped fuel a lot of these fires. So the gas company probably didn't think it was. Poor little chipmunk, man, it's all burnt up. Man, look at that squirrel. Yeah, so I guess the gas companies didn't think it would be a good idea to shut off gas to this region, even though the fires from those pipes are still going. So this is the corner of Calaveras and Glenrose, still heading north on Glenrose. You got houses that were unaffected. In the meantime, the other side of the street wasn't so lucky. Probably based on the wind direction and certain houses being in the path of the wind. It's completely in ruins, this entire city. I grew up here. A lot of memories. I've ridden my bike down this route many times, and I never thought I'd ever see it like this. This looks like a war zone. As we're passing by, you can still hear the gas, the hissing of gas pipes, because the gas companies still haven't shut off their gas. Don't miss your bill, because they'll turn your gas off if you don't pay them, but once there's fires, they'll keep your gas running. So you got one side of this block completely unaffected. The other side, not so lucky. Fire department on the scene. But yeah, I can see, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but I can see the gas being released in the air. From certain pipes, and flames still going from those gases fueling them. So to me, this looks like a lot of it could have been prevented if the city would have got ahead and cut off gas to these homes, especially after a mandatory evacuation. Once an evacuation order is given, you might want to turn off the gas to your citizens in the city and their homes, because it's fueling even now. Untouched, destroyed, untouched, destroyed. ABC 7 on the scene, and behind them, devastation. Burnt washers. The smell is horrible up here. Burnt trees. standing chimneys, rubble, and there we have another gas line blowing, still fueling a fire that continues to burn. It's a horrible scene. We're en route. We just made it to Glen Rose, heading north in the corner of Mendocino and Glen Rose. I grew up here, and this looks like unfamiliar territory. I've been up and down these streets 100 times, and I can't even recognize it. You got fire alarms still going. We're headed towards our home, which we already have the information on it being completely destroyed, like the ones that we're seeing now. I guess we'll go ahead and cut off the gas once we get there, because I'm sure it's still running.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Liquid.
People's cars left behind. We had a few on our lot left behind. It's devastating.
I didn't even know that's what that was. That's what Brian said.
So we're approaching Mariposa, and Glen Rose, getting even closer to home. This is where I'd be coming up my bike uphill, and I'd be like, I'm almost there. Just keep going. Dripping up and down these streets 1,000 times. Headed to the grocery store, headed to drop off our kids to school. And I can't even recognize it at this point. It's very horrible to see. I was up here yesterday while these fires were still going, and I was devastated. I couldn't even muster up any speech. A lot of crying, a lot of weeping. But the true understanding is that what matters is we made it out alive.
The pretty lights inside the window, right? They always have the blue light. I think purple.
You guys want to cut through here?
Let's walk down Terrace. Oh, there's the gas company, but I'm sure he's just a driver. The word could have been put out to cut the gas off to Altadena. And even 48 hours later, as we're walking through these streets, we've seen multiple houses with their gas lines still going and a flame emitting from that gas fuel. So they still have not turned off the gas to the city. There's another situation where everything's been flattened and burned down on one side of the street. The other side has a few lucky homeowners that didn't necessarily suffer the same fate. And I believe that all has to do with the wind direction.
Not as good as you. What's say over that? No, ours is gone. Yeah. That piece here is still standing.
Yes,
Amen.
it is.
Yeah.
It's your mom's house?
My grandmother.
I see her every single day when I walk through the driveway.
Sorry about that.
God bless you guys, man. Take care. We see some of the residents cleaning up what's left, some more than others. Just the remnants of people's lives. Washers, dryers, cars that probably weren't running but one day maybe would have. Play set for children. I used to pass this playset and want to get one for my kids, and I finally did. And I'm pretty sure it didn't make it. If that playset is standing and the rest of the house isn't, I'd buy it again. Police presence. This is the corner of Terrace and Glen Rose. We've made it north up to Terrace where our house resides. Again, I can see fires burning still, and those are being fueled by gas lines that haven't been shut off yet. So this is Jane's Village. This is nearing where we live, and it still seems that you have a few houses that were unaffected. Looks like this street got pretty lucky. Man, I remember riding my bike down this street numerous times. Just going on neighborhood bike ride and maybe stopping at the liquor store, picking up something to drink, and riding back. And it was always such a beautiful time, such a beautiful town. As you can see, the houses that remain are quite beautiful. And seems as if this entire street was pretty lucky and everything seemed to be salvaged. Hello. Green grass. Cars that made it. And just completely unaffected. It's extremely lucky and blessed. I mean,
Hey, my man! Hey, my man, can you move your car, please? You said Kevin? Yeah. Kevin don't stay here. Don't get back.
people frustrated. Some lost some while their neighbors didn't lose a thing. And I can see how that would frustrate people. And so I would assume that the wind direction is the effect of some houses being unscathed and others being completely demolished. House made it through. This house did not. I feel like I'm walking on a movie set, and that this isn't actually real, but it is. And here's another example of an ongoing fire due to a gas line that is still emitting gas that could have been cut off. So I think that it's a good lesson for any city that might be seeing this to cut the gas. Once evacuation orders are given, turn the gas off. Our beautiful neighborhood is no longer. All of it. All the gas lines are still on, ongoing fires from gas lines that were not cut off by the companies. Everything's gone. These are all of our neighbors. We used to walk down the street, saying hello, waving hi. It's a friendly place. It's a very friendly place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're right around the corner now. You can see our house from here, actually. Now you can. Before you couldn't.
Yeah, I knew that's what you were talking about, but we were talking about our street.
Oh man, every single one of our neighbors has been lost. Oh my goodness. My local church that we would walk to every Sunday and worship is gone. Flat. Yeah, this man used to do the landscaping at our home. He had a beautiful landscaping himself. That was his passion, that's what he did. So his home was always nice and trimmed, beautiful scenery and landscaping done. His house is gone. This is our neighbor that their dog used to bark at us when we walked to church. And we say good morning, laugh at the dog, keep going. It's gone. These are all of our neighbors' homes. All of the people that we would say hello to as we pass by on our way to church. The entire neighborhood looks like a time of war. It's horrible. See some of the owners coming back to do what we're doing and get to our address and see what's left, maybe an old photo or a safe that is fireproof. But other than that, like, it's not a lot of hope. Oh man, our neighbor, hello, used to throw some popping parties here. It's our very next door neighbor here. Our dog escaped into their yard a few times and we had to come and knock on the door to get the dog back. It's gone. It's gone. We're arriving at our home now. It's our next door neighbor across the street who would ask us for a ladder. Sometimes when he needed to get up to his roof to trim his tree back, and he'd return the ladder every time. His house is gone. A few of our neighbors' houses made it. When you look down the block farther, others did not. It's our very next door neighbor. Single mom with 2 daughters. And here's our home. This is my parking spot. Come home from work. I walk up these steps and be greeted by my family with dinner cooked and hugs from my kids. I don't even recognize this place. This is my mother's driveway, her car. My little project, Toyota MR2. Never got it running, but I was planning on it. It's done. It's gone. It's just the memories that hurt, and the materialistic things can always be replaced, and they don't matter much. It's the front lawn I spent a lot of time watering to make sure it stayed green throughout the summer. And I'm getting ready to walk up the steps to my front door. There's a security gate that was meant to keep out anyone trying to intrude. And this was the front door. You see the mail slot there? There's our fireplace. We just lit our last fire. Ironically, I used the 2x4s to fuel that fire, as I had no idea the 2x4s would quite make it in the studs of our home. Here it is. This is the living room. The TV was mounted there on that foundation. Our couch was on this side. Our bedroom there. Here was my little computer room and the restroom. All of it's gone. I see the kitchen and a few appliances, the refrigerator. I'm gonna beautiful white picket fence home that used to stand there and come out, wave to my neighbors, say good morning. It's all gone. The entire block. It's like one side of the block got pretty lucky from the direction of the wind. But it's almost surreal looking down the street like this, because just 48 hours ago it looked much different. So we're gonna take a walk through the side gate, and this is where we used to bring in the trash cans from trash day. Some of my old bikes. I was a bit of an enthusiast when it came to bicycling, so I owned quite a few bikes, and this was my main one that I would take down to the liquor store or around the block a few times. So remnants of our kitchen, and there's the kids' room. Got my foot stuck there for a second. There's the kids' bedroom. The back patio's here. There's the outside door to our children's room, and it's not as pretty as it was. It's that good old barbecue grill. Used to cook up some mean steaks on this sucker right here. It's all gone. There's the old play set. Used to let the kids swing on here. They had a little slide they could go down. This is a backyard discovery right here. Oh man, the irony's crazy sometimes. There's our swimming pool. Oh, so many cool little parties and hangout times during the summer. We'd just be back here chilling, staying cool. 100-degree weather. These are the propane tanks that I made sure I moved from in front of the house so that they'd be farther away if they ever exploded, and I think they're all right. I don't think they ever went off. It's the back house. We rented the front while my mom was so gracious enough to let us do so, and this was her back house. I lived in until a certain point, and it's completely leveled. Everything is gone. So that's gonna be the end of this video now. I'm gonna rummage through this stuff and see if there's anything worth keeping, maybe. One more thing I wanted to check out, actually. This was the chain link fence I had put in, and it's still standing, actually. Basketball rim. It's our neighbor's backyard there. They used to complain about us shooting air rifles and popping glass bottles. Hey, the glass is getting over on our side. Oh, sorry, sir, I didn't know. And hey, Pops, look, that tree's still standing, huh? This tree we wanted to get rid of so many times. Back storage shed. Hey, there's that wall, the wall I put up, cinder block. And even the concrete I laid down is still here. It's like a 1/4 inch of concrete that I laid down not knowing how to do concrete. Literally. It's like a 1/4 inch thick. But of course, concrete's not gonna burn, right? Yeah, this is the dog run that I set up an archery target. I used to come back here and shoot my arrows. It is a beautiful life we were living through the love of Jesus. And now that he's taken this away from us, he's gonna bring us through to a greater light. And we know that this is the beginning of a brand new start, and that things that he brings to us are going to be far more beautiful than they ever were. Well, that's it, guys. I'm out. I'm gonna help my family sort through this rubble and see if there's anything that we might be able to salvage, or I don't know, maybe there's a photograph somewhere that got saved.